Just yell at me when you're ready and I'll start it up and open the door and back out. Welcome to the very short but sweet wrap-up video on Todd's K5 Blazer. Let's pull this thing out so we can check it out. All right, so Todd's on his way to grab this thing. Like I said, like I said in the bi-weekly video we were doing earlier, but so I'll say again, we've got some more work to do to this. We ordered another wheel and a spare tire hitch receiver carrier for it, so we got to build a hitch. We got the carrier, we have a new wheel, tire, and then he also wants to ditch the roof rack on the top. But phase one complete, so let's give you a walkthrough. This thing showed up, it was already painted. It's obviously been repainted at some point in its life, so we really didn't touch anything on the outside. Everything that we did was underneath. So this has a brand new Roadster Shop RS4 chassis, which comes with Currie axles, front and rear, Fox coilovers. We have hydraulic bump stops. We have Baer brakes, which are an orange color, which will make more sense when we get under the hood. These are Innovate wheels. These are a forged wheel. So single pieced forged wheel, not cast, much stronger. 34 1250 18s from BFG all-terrain tires, so nice. He can actually take this off-road and use it, but not have the super loud mud tire things on it. This engine that we'll look at when we open the hood right now, is that what we're doing? So this engine is a Don Hardy. It's still a stock 376 cubic inch, but it's all new, forged internals. And then we've topped it, or Don topped it, with a 2.9 liter Whipple supercharger. And we've got Holley valve covers on this. The whole engine is coated in like a Chevy orange, which now makes sense to the brakes. The Roadster Shop chassis comes up and through the factory inner fenders. So we've cut those out, and then we put an actual like body line relief around the opening rather than just having an ugly cut hole. We've actually given it some shape and at the same time some strength. We've got a CNR radiator in this one. Built a little cover panel for it so you don't see the top of the radiator. All this stuff is powder coated. We did Canton catch can over here for the radiator, and then a reservoir over there for the supercharger system. We've got the pump mounted underneath. We've got a heat exchanger up front. This thing runs super cool as far as intake air temperatures, which are important on a supercharged engine. And then obviously big CNR radiator keeps everything cool. We've been starting to use these batteries. These are just a Superstart Platinum from O'Reilly's, but these things have a killer warranty, and we've had really good luck with them, not messing up and dying and all that fun stuff. So other than that, under the hood, cleaned up all the firewall. So Frank painted these inner fenders after we did all the work to these. Shaved the firewall, left the body line seam there, just been seam sealed, so it'll still allow it to flex some. We've got our ABS Power Master cylinder over there. And then he wanted to leave the wipers since he's planning on going off-road. So left those there. Set it Eddie Motorsports hood hinges. So this thing is super easy up and down. You know, you do it with a finger or two and you don't have to worry about trying to fold the hood in half. Nice support. Everything up here was powder coated. Everything under here was powder coated. The entire chassis was powder coated. All done by Pac Coast Powder out in California because they're the best. United Pacific lights all the way around. So we've got LED headlights with the little signal in there, and then we've got LED turn signals, LED side, LED tail lights. So everything on as far as lighting goes is United Pacific. Ceramic coated, some of the stuff to match. You can see like we try to keep the Restomod AC lines. I'll leave that open so you can B-roll. Short and sweet, kept everything simple. Like this is something that he's going to drive a ton. So we didn't want to get overly pretty. We wanted it functional. We wanted it serviceable. And I think we've accomplished that by not going overboard under the hood. All right, inside the truck, these are all the factory seats that were in here. We had Dominic rewrap them in real leather, including the reconditioned and redone center console, the dash with a nice stitch line across it, we have the AC from Restomod AC in here. So it's kind of cool. It uses like the factory location. Looks similar to factory. So rather than having the cool billet knobs that we do on a lot of the builds, this one stays a little bit more factory. We have the retro sound radio in here. And then of course, as always, the Dakota digital gauges. These are HDX. New steering column, Built Specialties steering wheel. Door panels are factory, but they've all been rewrapped. Morel 3-way speakers in the doors. So we've got a mid bass and a tweeter up top, and then we've got a 6-inch sub or mid bass in the bottom. The quarter panels have been remade. We've got another set of 6.5-inch 2-ways back here. We had Steve do all the interior other than the seats and the dash pad, but Steve did all the carpet in here. We even made a little floor mat for the rear seat. This truck has a 6L80 transmission, so 6-speed automatic, and that's mated to this twin stick Atlas 3-to-1 transfer case. So if he really gets into off-road stuff, he can actually do like front digs and things like that, where you take away the rear drive and only do front wheel drive. And then it's 3-to-1, so your low and your high have a 3-to-1 ratio. We'll go out back real quick and we can do the old school window roll down. We've got a JL Slim sub. Like I said, this is gonna come back. We're gonna do a little bit more work to it. So we've got to get a spare tire back here mounted up. We'll take off the roof rack. And whoever installed the roof rack did really cool things, like coming all the way through with the screws. So one thing he does want us to fix is get all those out of there and address that. But that's it. That's the wrap up. Easy cheesy. See you there.